going to tell you some things about why Oz from the books is so much better than Wicked. In fact, Oz, the real Oz, is good, and Wicked is just bad. It's the opposite of Oz in a lot of ways. So, one thing is, in Oz, the animals can talk. That's just something that happens in Oz. All the animals can talk in Oz. It's not because of the Grimmery. It's not because of some book. There is no Grimmery in Oz. Um, this is something that Wicked has in order to be able to take away the power of speech, as if free speech or speech is an inalienable right, but something given to you by the government or the ruling powers who can then take it away. It's a foundation for fascism. And everything that makes Wicked different than Oz is what makes it fascist. There's nothing about Wicked that makes it more anti fascist than Oz. The very idea that you can have the speech taken away from the animals, or the idea that there's even a popularity or a hierarchy in any form, is just very anti-Oz. It fits for 80s movies and things that may have influenced the author of the Wicked books, but he's also inspired by trying to rehabilitate Hitler and some murderous teens who were called Wicked. They're part of his inspirations for writing this stuff. So in some ways, it's no wonder that he would come up with something fascist, even if he really wasn't trying to, just accidentally fascist by trying to reverse some roles in Wicked. One of the very important things about Oz is that Glinda is good and has magic power, like all the magic power. So, it doesn't mean that the Wicked Witch doesn't have magic power. She has magic powers too, but she uses it for evil. She enslaves the Winkies. She uses the magic hat that allows her to control the flying monkeys. And these are things that, if you know from the books, then you might feel pretty offended by the way Wicked misrepresents Oz. But even The Wizard of Oz, the movie, as influential and inspirational as it is, misrepresents Oz, the books. It misrepresents it as being fake or a dream instead of a real place, like the future. One of the things about Oz is there's no money and there's no war. And it is the future. There's one gun. Another thing that's different from the movies. There's one gun. It's really just for show. It's kind of an ornament. Um, and there's no money because there's no war. There's no war because there's no money. And it's the future. And these ideas are things that they haven't wanted you to know. So they replace the potential for understanding that type of Oz with the movie that everybody saw. And then they shift us a whole further distance away by giving us Wicked and completely corrupting and making an anti-Oz, Oz-like story. So hopefully you'll find out the truth from the books. Thanks.